Can we start?
Yes, Toastmaster Gayatri.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the another meeting of our Leaders Connect and Storytellers Toastmasters Club. I'm Gayatri, and I'm your sergeant at arms of for today's meeting. Um, today's theme is the monk who sold his Ferrari. So I want each of you to think about this question: what is your Ferrari? It could be something you are chasing in life. You're chasing in your life success, money, or fame, something like that. Please keep your answers ready because our Toastmaster of the day may come around and ask you later. Uh, so, welcome to this meeting. Toastmaster is a platform that helps individuals improve their public speaking, communication, and leadership skills in a positive and encouraging environment. Before we begin, kindly help us maintain a smooth meeting by switching your mobile phones to silent mode and your mics as well. We are delighted to have members and guests with us today. Guests, thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoy the meeting and experience the supportive environment of Toastmasters. Now I'll pass on to the stage to our president of the meeting, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gayatri. A huge round of applause for Gayatri. Thank you for sharing the mission of the club and also helping us with the theme of the meeting. Yeah, I'm equally looking forward to the upcoming details on how we can use the learnings from the monk who sold his Ferrari. And welcome, everyone. Especially delighted to see that we have one guest also present with us today. Before we move to the other announcements, I would like to invite on stage our guest for the day, uh, Nancy. If you could come forward and share with us what brings you to the meeting today in a few lines.
Yeah, uh, yeah, I'm Nancy. Uh, Hello, I'm
Yes,
here.
Nancy.
Yeah,
Yes.
hi everyone. My name is Nancy, and I'm from Gurgaon. Currently, I am working as a QA engineer at Jamelia Biotech, and which is a USC based company. And I have been working here for the last 3 months. And before this, I worked at Mother Institute, sorry, in Lakhipur. Uh, like मैं शादी से पहले मतलब कैन यूज इन
Yes. Yes, yes, that's fine, Nancy.
मैं शादी से पहले मतलब मैं लखीमपुर यूपी से हूँ देन and my education where I BCom. Yeah.
Thank you, Nancy, for sharing a little bit about you. And yeah, we are all here for the same purpose. We come here every week to improve our communication and leadership skills. And with that practice, repetition, we gradually have seen that it has really helped us in our personal as well as in our professional life. So we truly welcome you here, and we really believe that if you join Toastmasters, it will be a transformational thing for you. So welcome again. Enjoy the meeting, and we will catch up again towards the end. Round of applause for Nancy. Okay, now I do have a few announcements to make. The first one is that we have our new member who's formally joined us. So let's welcome Toastmaster Jaideep, who joined us this week. Huge round of applause for you, Jaideep. And I would like to invite you also on the stage to quickly share with us what triggered your decision to join us.
So thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. So hello, hi everyone. My name is Jaideep Khare, and I wanted to improve as Nancy has said as well. Toastmaster Mohit has also commented that my purpose is that to improve my communication and leadership skills which is very crucial nowadays at the workplace. So that is my overall ultimate goal, that I can improve my leadership quality, and that would be helpful in my career. And I found this club is quite active, and I was member of this club since last 1 year as a guest. And I have seen that everyone is very active, and they are very much helpful to get this improvement. So I joined this club. Thank you.
Great. And that's a little bit about Jaideep. We welcome you again, Jaideep, and we are super
Thank you.
excited to have you with us to learn and grow together. Thank you once again. And with that, a couple of announcements from my side. We have our oration, which is our annual event coming up. This is an event where we meet as a district. So several clubs across India and Nepal are invited to this event. And this is happening in Lee Meridian in Gurgaon next week, starting Friday, and it ends on Sunday. I know some of us have registered. Colonel Prem has registered, Mehak, Toastmaster Kanika. So we are looking forward to the event. And in case anybody is interested to join in, you can still take and avail the day passes and attend the event. There are several keynote speakers, and it's a great way to network and learn together. And finally, we would like to I would like to actually invite Hirinder, if you could announce the VP Education, like if it is possible for you to do that now. Otherwise, we can do it a little later. Just want to be. Okay, maybe we can announce that a little later then. So with that, I would like to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day. Our Toastmaster of the day is a fitness freak. She's a super enthusiastic Toastmaster as well. She ensures that all of us are nudged into coming forward and taking roles so that we can improve in our own journeys. Today, she's brought a very special theme, something on how we can develop ourselves personally. And it's a book which many of us have read. So she's taken out the theme from that book. I'll not steal her thunder, and I would now like to pass the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Neethal.
Thank you. Is someone sharing the screen?
Okay, I'll stop sharing. Sorry.
You stop? Okay.
Yes.
So good morning, everyone. So quick raise of hands. How many of us have read the book? Yes. So when you heard the topic, what was the first thing that got in the mind? Anyone want to share their feelings? This is like 15-20 years old book, I believe. So what was the first thought that has come?
For me, why the monk had Ferrari? Because I heard the title alone, so at that time I felt like why the monk had the Ferrari.
Okay. Anyone else who has read the book?
I have not read the book, but I have read the synopsis. Then I was thinking that it's like many people, for the sake of peace and spiritualism, they do this.
Okay.
I have also read the book, but it's been a very long time, so I can't really remember any takeaways from the book. But when this theme was decided, what I could think of was that we are running after material things. And this is a way for the author to get us to focus on things which are more important in life.
Okay. So I started reading this book again and was listening to audiobook as well, as audiobook is more comfortable than reading these days. So I was thinking about how to present this book because honestly, most self-help books start sounding the same after some time. Wake up early, think positive, meditate, drink water, become successful. So initially, I even thought this book would be similar, but then first scene itself was dramatic. So imagine this: you wake up tomorrow, all successful, all wealthy. You have achieved everything. How your life would look like, and what different you would do than what you're doing it today. Anyone want to answer that? Just let's take example of Mehak. She has started her career 6 months, 1 year back, and she doesn't have to work next second tomorrow again. She has achieved the wealth she wanted. So, Mehak, how would your life look like? What would you do differently?
Never want to work again.
What else? What will you do if you don't want to work?
I think first I would want to explore everything, and once I'm done exploring, visiting the whole world, having everything, I think everything that I need from all the money that I have, I would definitely want to have peace in my life.
What is stopping to have peace today?
So once we have everything, I think this is an economics concept. I really believe in that because nothing is enough in your life. You would every time if you have anything with you, you will always strive to get anything that is better. So that thing will never end. So in that case, I don't think you will be at peace in your life anytime. This would be a kind of a thing that if this happens, then you would want to have peace in your life.
Yeah, true. So imagine this: one of the top lawyers in the country, expensive suit, luxury lifestyle, famous, highly respected. Inside a courtroom full of audience, people listening carefully, and suddenly he collapses, has a heart attack. So if you think it's an everyday situation for us, what made this interesting was the book did not present him as a failure. Actually, he had everything most people want. So, what is it we are all looking for? A good salary, a good status, recognition, luxury, and a busy calendar. So,
Wrong.
the character in the book
Can
was
I?
Julian, who had it all. So now, what is modern definition for success for us? I mean, even for me, it would be money, title, promotion, being busy, being influential, being recognized. So Julian had already won the game, but the book asked that was he unhappy? Was he happy? So there is a book that became interesting. If you have read the book, because we are all connected, we are all available, we are all busy, but very few people actually look peaceful. So now, if you think about our daily routine, how it will be, we wake up, we check our phone, we check the Teams, we check Outlook, then we attend a meeting, we think about next meeting while attending the meeting, we reply while messaging, we eat while messaging, we think scrolling on Instagram is relaxing, and then we sleep with anxiety about tomorrow. That has become a new normal. That has become a new normal for all of us. How many of you agree with this?
Yeah, I totally agree with this.
I don't agree with you.
you have a government job, you don't fall into rat race like us.
No, government job के अगर नहीं भी होती तभी भी I won't
Okay.
be agreeing with you because I'm not that Gen Z कि always
Yeah.
keeping my phone. It's upon you. The phone you are keeping like this, na? That is what my son is doing.
We are all doing. I mean, most of us at least who are in the
So
corporate
I have
world.
a government job. I agree with you, but I don't keep my phone like this.
Okay, that's amazing then. Actually, how many of us enjoy being connected? Like, at least I enjoy replying instantly. I like people when they reply me immediately. So, how many of you want that? Like, when you're texting someone, they should reply you immediately. And when you want them to reply immediately, you have to be available to reply as well.
फंसा
So,
दिया आपने मुझे.
hmm?
फंसा दिया आपने मुझे मेरे बेटे की तरह. कोई बात नहीं.
Yes. So the book again talks about how Julian he disappears after having a heart attack in the court, and how he comes back after 6 months, and he tells about his story, about his visit, and what he does in those 6 months, and how he expects people to change their life. And he never talks about quitting the life, quitting the corporate world, quitting the chase for money, or not being ambitious. It is totally reverse of what he talks in the book. And let us all explore the book going forward. So today we'll begin our Toastmasters meeting. We have the Toastmaster typically is divided into 3 sections. The first one is prepared speeches, second is table topic session, and the third is feedback, the evaluation part. So today I believe we have one speaker, Toastmaster Mahek. And I see Toastmaster Rashi joining. Wow. Can I see you, Toastmaster Rashi? So do we have any more audience that have joined? I see Toastmaster Namita, Samdhani.
Hey, hi everyone.
Yes, can you please come on camera if you want to give a quick intro?
Sure. So I believe I'm the part of this Toastmaster earlier, but in between I dropped this just because of some different reasons. Then I think this is the right time to join again because for my side, I can see like I'm in an IT department. So I can see the reason to join this Toastmaster again because everything is handled by the machine and the only valuable things that will be left in the future is these discussions and these valuable points that we can come up with. So right now I need to develop those things and wanted to continue my journey.
Yes, that is so true. So communication can't be taken away by AI or
Correct.
any machine.
This will be the valuable point in future. Everything else will
I
be
welcome
replaced.
you to join our club, Explore. It's an
Thank
online
you.
club and as well as an offline club. So you're based out of?
It will be in more of an offline for me.
So you're based out of
Or
Gurgaon?
no, sorry, I'm from Delhi.
Okay. So you can join any of our online or offline club. You can get in touch with it.
Sure.
Thank you. So I guess Toastmaster Rashi dropped off. Okay. So with this, I'll invite our first speaker of the day, Toastmaster Mehak, who will be evaluated by Toastmaster Somya. Am I right? So I'll hand over the stage to Toastmaster Somya for introducing. Yes, Toastmaster Mehak.
I was going to say that you may want to pass on to the general evaluator first.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, completely forgot. I lost 2 weeks. I forgot the.
No worries. Yeah.
Thanks, Toastmaster Mehak. Yes. So before I call upon stage the speaker of the day, I'll hand over the stage to Toastmaster Mohit, who is general evaluator of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neetal, and a huge round of applause. Thank you for bringing in such an interesting theme, which is relevant for all of us. And I'm super happy to see Toastmaster Gulam, who was part of the Storytellers Club. In fact, I think he was part of the club when I was not part of the club. So we kind of took over from there. So I'm so happy to have you back, Gulam. Okay, back to my role as the general evaluator. Let me start by asking you a question. So this is basically, you have to guess how many employees in the corporate feel that they receive timely and meaningful feedback. Any guesses? Percentage of employees who feel they receive timely and meaningful feedback. And this is based off a survey done by Gallup. So it's not something that I'm making up. So come forward, share whatever, like it could be any thoughts that you have based on what you know. Yes, Gulam, please go ahead.
So from my experience, I would say around 30% only.
Okay, any other guesses?
If I talk about my organization and the previous one, so I saw almost like 70% here in the current one. We get the
Okay.
timely feedback and the mentorship and a bit.
Okay, that's great. Okay, that's great to know. Other inputs?
Being in government, we have a very different yearly basis and like fair enough, 100%.
So do you think you receive meaningful and timely feedback?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Namita, did you have anything to share? Sorry, we couldn't talk before, but yeah.
Hi
The question,
everyone.
I hope you got the question.
Yes, I got the question. I think in my experience, it's less than, I think, 20% or so. It's always, I think, retrospect. So it's always,
Great.
yeah.
Okay, so
is
you're
what I
very
feel.
close. You are the closest to the right answer.
Okay.
The percentage employees who think they receive meaningful and timely feedback is actually 21% according to this survey. And even Gulam was close. He said 30%. So now the next question is, how many people do you think who receive this feedback feel that they are fully engaged after they receive this feedback? Once they receive the feedback, they feel that they are fully engaged. The answer to that question is 80% of the people feel that they are fully engaged after they receive meaningful feedback. Now, the $1 million question is that when so many people will feel engaged, why don't people give meaningful and timely feedback? Is that because it is too hard? Is that because people are too busy? Is that because they are lazy? Or they think that it doesn't help? Right, you can, maybe we've heard all of those answers, but I think the best answer to this question is that people feel that giving feedback is hard. And that's why at Toastmasters, in every meeting, we practice how to give meaningful and timely feedback. And that's where my role as the general evaluator comes in. And since it's a daunting task, it requires a full team of people to do this. So I'm not going to do this evaluation or feedback alone. I will be supported by my team, which is the team of the prepared speakers, evaluators, as well as my tag team, which is the timer, aha counter, and the grammarian. So first up, I would like to call on stage our timer for the day, who's being played by Toastmaster Geeta. Toastmaster Geeta, as we now know, is public sector employee, and she's a gazetted officer. She's super enthusiastic and a beautiful human being. So Toastmaster Geeta would like to have you on the stage to share with us how you will perform this role today. You are speaking on mute, Toastmaster Geeta.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. My role today is is the timer. My role as timer is to monitor time table during the prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluations. Hello?
Yes, Toastmaster Geeta, please go ahead.
Yeah. For prepared speeches, the time allotted is 5 minutes. That I'll show with a green card. 6 minute yellow card and 7 minutes red card. And for table topics, 1 minute green card, 1.5 minute yellow and 2 minute red card. And for evaluation, 2 minutes green card, 2.5 minutes yellow card and 3 minutes red card. And for the icebreaker speeches, green card for 4 minutes, 5 minutes yellow and 6 minutes red card. This is what I've been told the role of the timer is.
Yes, Toastmaster Geeta, would you want to tell us how you would be indicating the time?
Red. दिख रहा है red part?
Just a second, I'll just switch off the background. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no issues. Yeah, so this will be the red thing that she'll be presenting. Does
So
that
we
work?
don't see the video at all now.
Hold on. Sorry. So this is the red thing that she'd be showing. That's the green one. And for yellow, she has a piece of cloth, and that will be the yellow.
Perfect.
Does that
Okay,
work?
thank you. Yes, thank you.
All right, no issues.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta. Huge round of applause. Thank you for being a sport and taking it up, even though you did not have all the cards ready. Thank you. That's what we call innovation.
No issues, no issues. And sorry, my son has come in between because I was not able to do it fully on my own.
So that's perfectly fine, Toastmaster Geeta. We would love to have him also be part of this anyway. But thank you. And let's move on. Our counter for the day is being played by Toastmaster Jaideep. So Toastmaster Jaideep, as we now know, is our newest member. And he's performing this role, at least for this club, for the first time. So over to you, Jaideep.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. So hi everyone. Today I will be playing role as a AHA counter. So as a AHA counter, I'm responsible to listen all your speeches very carefully, and I will monitor if you speak, if you use any filler words like you like, or if you use any repetitive words or any unnecessary phrases. So I would notice all those repetitive words or unnecessary sounds which distract our speech. And at the end of the meeting, once the general evaluator invited me, I will share my report with all of you. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaideep, for explaining your role so well. Now let's move on to the grammarian for the day. The grammarian for the day today is Colonel Prem. So Colonel Prem, you like to come on the stage and share with us how you would be doing this role today?
Yeah, morning, Toastmaster of the day, people. There is an echo. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Colonel Prem.
Okay. Morning, Toastmaster of the day, Neetu. fellow Toastmasters and guests. So today I am the grammarian for the day, and my role as a grammarian is to check the usage of language, the good words, thoughts, and other things spoken by various speakers, as also check where we can improve upon our language. I also have this opportunity to share word of the day and idiom of the day. And so today's word of the day is quintessential. Quintessential, which means perfect example. And the one sentence would be a quintessential leader, balancing empathy with good organizational standards. The word of the day, quintessential, perfect example. And idiom of the day is body and soul, which means with a purpose and inner calling. And sentence should be, it is blissful experience to dedicate ourselves with body and soul. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Colonel Prem, for sharing your details of your role and also that word of the day and the idiom of the day. I would encourage everybody to use the word of the day, which is quintessential, and the idiom or the phrase, which is with body and soul. And whenever anybody uses that, everybody else in the audience should show an encouragement by showing a thumbs up. It could be a physical thumbs up or the virtual one. Now that's my team, and you know that we will be all coming back at the end of the meeting to share with you our detailed reports. But I have a good news for all of you, and that is that while this team and I will be giving the evaluations and will be improving in our own skill of the feedback, but you all can participate too. So everybody in the audience is also encouraged to share the feedback for the speakers and also come back at the end to share the feedback about all the different roles and the meeting in general. So that's how we nurture the individuals and we learn the skill of feedback giving in the process. And with that, I'll hand over the stage to our monk of the day. Back to you, Toastmaster Neetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. So before we deep dive into the book, I would like to read out some of the quotes that are written in the book. Success on the outside means nothing unless you have success within. And I will encourage everyone to come and speak what comes to mind when they hear about the quote. I'll repeat the quote again. Success on the outside means nothing unless you have success within. Anyone wants to talk on this? 1 minute, not more, or a half a second.
So I would like to say that it's about body and soul as our idiom of the day today. Anything which we are doing with our body and soul, that is internal, inside. And if any success which is coming from inside, that is peace of mind, that is more about the internal peace rather than the materialistic world.
Okay, yes. The tragedy of life is not death, but what we let die inside of us while we live. The tragedy of life is not death, but what we let inside of us while we live. Yes, Toastmaster Kanika.
Yeah, so it's all about how we lead our lives. We can, each moment we can just be stressed and, overwhelmed and take everything seriously, keep worrying. So that's how we die each and every day. We are not living. If we are thinking about the future or thinking about the past, we are not actually living in the present. So death is a certainty that will come anyway, eventually. So each and every moment we live, we need to live it fully and enjoy life. That's what I think it means.
So true. Thanks, Toastmaster Kanika. Many people are alive, but don't touch the miracle of being alive. Many people are alive, but don't touch the miracle of being alive. What the society think is success may not be a true success. What the society think is success may not be true success. The purpose of life is a life of purpose.
Yeah, it's true. From the height, you cannot see everything. And the other side of the grass is always not green. A very simple example.
True. So Toastmaster Mohit, the purpose of life is a life of purpose.
Yeah, I totally believe in that. For a very, very long time, I have wasted my energy on people who are wealthy and my own desire to gather the wealth and all those materialistic things, only to realize at the end of it all that this doesn't really matter. What matters is my own being, my own inner peace, and what are the things that bring me happiness and success. So finally, I think, and even Toastmasters is part of that, right? It is not adding anything directly, any materialistic things in our life, but it is bringing in a lot of peace and satisfaction, getting to know people. And all this brings energy, at least to me. And it's far more important than anything else.
True. So my take on this will be purpose can be anything. It will differ from person to person. So having a materialistic purpose is also a purpose. It's just that you are working towards a purpose you want to work on. Having a materialistic purpose is not wrong. Thinking of owning a Ferrari is not wrong. Discover your purpose and pour your whole heart and soul into it. Discover your purpose and then pour your whole heart and soul into it. So with this, I'll call upon our first speaker of the day, Toastmaster Mehak, who will be evaluated by Toastmaster Somya. So Toastmaster Somya, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nitin, for bringing me on stage. It's my pleasure to introduce our first speaker for today, who is Toastmaster Mehak. She currently works at Times of India, occasionally, and describes herself as occasionally lazy, sometimes insane. And she's created magic before also on the platform. She's a quintessential example of being very consistent with her speeches. And I'm sure this speech itself would be like, she would create magic again with it. So her speech title is, or her speech goal is level 2, humorous speaking, connection with the audience. And the goal is to present an unusual or unexpected topic with respect to our club and create a connection with the audience. And that is what I will be evaluating Toastmaster Mehak on. And for the speech title, over to you, Toastmaster Nitin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Somya. So welcome on stage, Toastmaster Mehak. It's quick audio video check.
Yes, today is a beautiful day.
Yes. You can straight your camera. It looks like tilted. No space. Because it looks like little tilted. If you can make it straight and make your hands visible, do like this. It should be visible. You need to get a bigger space. So Toastmaster Mehak, be yourself. Be yourself, Toastmaster Mehak.
Another casual day in office. And to my realization, I missed watching the latest Samir Raina's Gang Up Act. Yes, if I am living under a rock would have a face, then I am a lookalike. Because how can I miss An entire episode said all the Gen Z crowd in the office. Big deal, I thought, until on my way back home, when the whole metro was glued to their screens, screaming that the Lake Ink is back. Greetings, dear Toastmasters, guests, and my fellow storytellers. Now, for those wondering who Samir Raina is, he is the creator of the show India's Got Lake Ink, an Indian Hindi language talent show which features a wide variety of acts like singing, dancing, magic, comedy, and controversy, said Google. Somehow, I got motivated to try it out myself. So I quickly put it on, only to realize that I was not able to understand a single word being said. And to my surprise, I slept in between a comedy show. Can you realize I slept in between a comedy show? Next day, I showed up in the office, revising every controversial line, scenes, acts inspired by ChatGPT. I walked in really happy because I know the bits and pieces of the story. I just need to put it together and throw it out. I got to know that we have a team lunch today and we would be going out. I was happy that I will be able to lead the discussion among the Gen Z crowd. All the youngsters were on one table and all the oldies on the another. As usual, discussing about other people's life, rank, maintenance, in-laws, children, and whatnot. And for us, the discussion started. But the topic escalated. It was not Samir Raina anymore. Everyone started discussing about their boyfriends and girlfriends. And it was that day when I learned so many new dating terms: ghosting, benching, breadcrumbing, situationship, orbiting, and the list goes on. Suddenly, a girl sitting across, extremely Gen Z, started putting her questions on me. Do you have a boyfriend? I casually said, no, I have always loved to be single. Remember the high maintenance me? Do you never have a boyfriend before? No, never. I've always been single. You have been alone all your life? This is so strange. You never have a boyfriend? It got me thinking that she is right. How strange. Whole way back, I kept on thinking, how did the question change so quickly? When everything was Samir Raina a day before.
I think she got dropped off. So listening to her, I I went to a stand-up comedy last Sunday, Sebastian. It was except comedy everything. He ran like a GAN session. So I was able to relate what Mehak was speaking. It was the worst 2000 spent, worst 4 hours of time. So till the time Mehak joins back, let us read more of quotes from the book. The mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. The mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. Anyone want to talk, share experience? Worry drains the mind of its power, and sooner or later it injures the soul. Worry drains the mind of its power, and sooner or later it injures the soul. Everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. Everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. Yes, Toastmaster Kanika.
So I believe that our minds are very powerful, and we actually manifest whatever we think. So if we think something good, we automatically start working towards that goal and we are energized towards it. And when we worry and keep on having negative thoughts, then our progress goes backwards. So it is finally the outcome is what we are thinking. It's the worries make us retard us, and if we have a positive mindset and think, that work towards our goal, take action towards our goal, worry stops us from taking action. So that's what I believe.
Absolutely. I totally
I-
agree with it. Yes,
Actually,
Toastmaster.
mind,
Yes,
actually, mind
Toastmaster.
is mind is
Mute,
the, actually mind is the CPU.
Yes, Toastmaster Jaideep.
Yeah. So yeah, I was going to say same that everything can happen in a life two times. First, we imagine in our mind, and some of the greater person has also told that if we can imagine or we can visualize in our mind, then definitely those things we can achieve in our real life. So whether it's cricketer Sachin Tendulkar who has hit 100 centuries, it was not accidentally, or it was not only preparation, it was preparation by himself, by his mind, where he has already think and visualize and build that belief system that he can hit the 100 centuries. So yeah, so I think this is I agree with this point. Yeah.
Absolutely. So there was a famous quote by Jim Rohn. He says, before an architect can build a building, he first visualizes how the building should look like. He draws the entire architecture, only then keep the first stone on the land. So if he's not visualizing the entire building, he will not be able to construct it.
Yeah, that's right, Toastmaster Neetal. And I'm also reminded of something which I read about Disneyland on the same lines, where when the second Disneyland came up, the Disney, the actual founder, was dead by the times when it was inaugurated. Walt Disney was no longer alive. So the reporter asked his brother, Walt Disney's brother, how does he feel that Disney, who made this entire thing, is not even alive to see the Disneyland at all. So his brother said that he saw it first. That's why we see it today. So that's where, everything is created twice. So he already saw it in his imagination, how it is supposed to be, what all will be where. And then everybody else was able to see it. So I was just reminded of this story, like while you were sharing.
Yeah, true. So now if we have to apply to our life, like even I keep asking, like how do we see? Do we plan long term? Do we plan short term? How do we see ourselves in next 5 years, next 10 years, or tomorrow? That's a question we need to ask ourselves. So when we are prepared in the mind, like during education, the things are very clear. You take up a course, you just imagine the end day, the result day, and you prepare for the whole year. But the real life starts after the exams are over. You become what you think all day long. You become what you think about all day long. There are no mistakes in life, only lessons. There are no mistakes in life, only lessons. And this is the last quote. Every event has a purpose and every setback is lesson. Every event has a purpose and every setback its lesson. I see Toastmaster Mehak joined back. Toastmaster Mehak, you want to continue? Yes, Toastmaster Sumya.
Yes. So One second.
Sorry, Toastmaster
Okay,
Soumya, you're
so every
speaking.
event has a purpose and every setback has its lesson. I think it's
Hmm.
similar to the previous quote you mentioned, which is either you have a lesson or there is a purpose. I think that I really believe in that, and it is very hard to believe in it actually, because whenever the lessons come, they are quite painful. They are not, they're not like school lessons or something that you enjoy. So the lessons, those things are lessons only if you accept them as lessons and integrate them into your life, just like they're not very dissimilar to how we think about treating our speech feedback. So the feedback, yeah, I'm sure no matter how well you word it could sound painful to the listener, but it's only a lesson when you integrate it. Otherwise, it's just pain. That's all.
That is true. It's easy to listen to someone else's motivational story, how he has overcome the pain and etc. But the journey he has to go through and all the pain he has to suffer, I mean, he has to endure. It's tough. So Mehak, you all set? So your video was breaking in between last time. So hope you have a good connection this time. You want to restart or you are starting from where you stopped?
I would be scared.
But your video call, I mean, your network is bad.
It's still back.
Think so, yeah. Toastmaster Mohit.
Yes, I think we can probably continue from where you left off, Mehak. We can, and it's again
Better
stuck.
now?
Yeah, it's getting stuck in between. The audio is okay, but the video is breaking.
Yeah.
Change my network. It should
Yeah,
be
it is
fine.
slightly better now. Yes, it looks a little better now. But I think we were able to follow. It's not that we were not able to follow you. So you can actually resume from where you left off and we can remind you where you left off at what point. So you can continue from there.
Okay. All right, I will
Toastmasters,
continue.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, over to you, Toastmaster Mehak.
For us, the discussion started, but the topic escalated. It was not Samirana anymore. Everyone started discussing about their boyfriends and girlfriends. And it was that day when I learned so many new dating terms. Ghosting, benching, breadcrumbing, situationship, orbiting, and the list goes on. Suddenly, a girl was sitting on the opposite side, extremely gently, started poking her questions at me. Do you have a boyfriend? I casually said, no, I've always loved to be single. Remember the high maintenance me? Did you never have a boyfriend before? No, never. I've always been single. You've been alone all your life? This is so strange. You never had a boyfriend. It got me thinking, she's right. How strange. Whole way back, I kept on thinking the same thing. How did the question change when everything was Samirana again? I should have seeked with the oldies. At least I know how to discuss other people's life. I came back home and narrated the whole incident to my mom. She replied with a simple, yet a very profound line. People in your life will say many things. You just keep on listening to their tunes from one ear and let it escape from another. Yes, it made me realize that no one can decide life for me, and no one can tell me what I am supposed to do. I had this script ready in my mind next day. When I casually walked to the office, another question popped up. Do you know what is kombucha? No. See, even she didn't know what it is. It's okay, Mehak. This is a new term of Gen Alpha. Even I didn't know about this. And it was this day when I realized that topic will change tomorrow. Today it's Samirana. Tomorrow it would be relationships. The next day it would be kombucha. You simply have to realize, like, if you spend your whole life trying to satisfy every opinion around you, you will slowly lose your own voice in the noise that surrounds you. So the next time when the world tells you how you should live your life, smile, listen politely, and then choose yourself anyway. Because at the end of the day, if you worry what stupid people think, you wouldn't have time for what intelligent people think. Toastmaster of the game.
Thank you, Toastmaster Meg. That was an amazing story, though we had a break, but we could still follow. So let's take a minute to give our feedback to Toastmaster Meg in the chat section. So timer, please let me know once 1 minute is done.
Yeah, it's over.
Thanks, Toastmaster Geeta.
I'm scared. I'm looking at the time like a time bomb.
You can actually use a stop clock, or you can use the Teams
I
time
know,
as
and my
well.
son has also gone now, so that's why I'm so scared. Also, keep I'll make a mistake. Who's going to rectify it?
Don't
Time,
worry, there are no mistakes. There are only lessons.
and he'll one thing. You know, I'm not like you people, very smart.
Yeah, you are not very smart. You are extraordinary. You
No,
you go beyond what we are. We are yet to reach your levels.
no, my smartest person is gone. My son, he does everything. Fatapat, fatapat, fatapat. I am so.
Yeah. So many of us believe, like, not criticizing Toastmaster Geeta, but how many of us tend to criticize ourselves more often than not? How many of us try to undersell ourselves, think that the other person is smarter, or think that we are not worth it? And who has defined our worth?
We ourselves.
It's all the time with me
It's
and in every
happened with
facet.
me also when, sorry, please go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Jaideep.
No, I just was saying the same thing that I also screw up many times to myself, and I also it's happened many times that I also compare and feel that yeah, in this area I should improve. And many of the standard has been already built by the society, which whether we accept or not, we cannot come out from those influence of the society or rules and regulations like after 12 go to the college, then start your career and build a career, then go for the married life and those all the things. So like many of the standards very difficult to get follow your own standard, because if you follow on standard that will also match with someone else. So I also compare and sometimes feel that not up to that
That
level.
is true, Toastmaster Jaideep.
Actually, this is our childhood problem, because in our childhood we have not been getting so much of exposure like you people are getting. Okay, that is why we have not come to up your level. Like my son is gone to
Actually, it's totally reversed. The more the exposure, the more the comparison is happening. the kids are feeling more inferior than before. That's what I get a feeling when I see today's kids. They're always in comparison mode.
Because nowadays, because my son has gone to the best of the school, best of the college, internationally, and I had gone only to a government school, government office, like this. So our
Lucky
exposure
you.
is not that much.
Lucky you, Geeta ji.
Government school.
Yeah. Government school, government office. Lucky you. Yeah, what I was sharing, Neetal, is that we all have a inherent desire to be better. And there are two different things which I was always confused, and recently a book clarified it, that a feeling of inferiority and a feeling of inferiority complex. So if we all have feelings of inferiority, which is good, which help us to strive for better, to improve, and inferiority complex is basically becomes a weapon to not do good, or it's your um, excuse to hide behind that I have an inferiority complex in such and such way, and I don't do that. I can't succeed because, so situation A, because of situation A, situation B is not possible. So that is inferiority complex. So we get mixed up.
Yeah, true. That is absolutely true. So I'll take 5 minutes to quickly summarize the book and then I'll hand over the stage to Table Topic Master. So there are 7 virtues that the book speaks about. The first one is master your mind. So the author suggests the mind is a garden. Positive thoughts are flowers, negative thoughts are weeds. The average person thinks 60,000 thoughts a day, and 95% are identical to yesterday's. Most people are prisoners of their own mental habits. So he says, practice heart of rose, stare at a rose for 20 minutes, train your concentration. Train the concentration stills the mind. Then opposition thinking. The instant a negative thought arises, the author just replace it with a positive. So if you're saying you're not worth it, say you're worth it. Secret of the lake. Each morning, visualize your ideal life vividly. The mind thinks in pictures. So you truly cannot afford the luxury of a negative thought, not even one. That was the author suggest. Then the second is follow your purpose. Without a clear purpose, life drifts. The sages called your life's calling your dharma. Yogi Raman proved the point by shooting an arrow at a target while blindfolded. He missed by a mile. You cannot hit a target you cannot see. So if you are having a target, you are having a purpose, you have to visualize it. The purpose of life is a life of purpose. So he suggests practice it for 21 days. Your purpose, whatever you want to achieve, and you have to visualize it that you are achieving it. Then the third the author suggests is practice Kaizen, the Samo wrestler. So Kaizen is constant and never ending improvement. Self mastery is the DNA of life mastery. So then he goes on to suggest the 10 rituals of radiant living. He suggests that you practice it every day, at least 1 hour in a day. I'll give the summary in the chat. Then the fourth one he talks about is live with discipline. Pink wire cable. Each thin wire of a cable is weak alone, but wound together they are stronger than iron. So willpower works the same way. Small, consistent acts of self-control build an unbreakable will. So wage war against the weaker thoughts that have crept into the place of your mind. They will leave like unwelcome visitors. Then the fifth one he talks about is respect your time, the gold stopwatch. So time is only truly non-renewable resource. The sages carried hourglasses not for punctuality, but as a reminder of mortality, to live fully every single day. So last week, I believe we had the 2080 session by Toastmaster Raja. I could not attend the session. So the rule of 2080 principle applies of here as well. 20% of our activities actually influences our life. Then the sixth he talks about is serve others, the yellow roses. And the seventh he talks about is embrace the present, path of diamonds. The path of diamonds represents the richness already present in your life. We in the world will never get a second chance to live life to the fullest. Today is your chance. So never put off living. That's the core message that the book wants to imbibe, wants to suggest. With this, I'll hand over the stage to our table topic master, Toastmaster Hirender.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Neetal, for your wishes for your session today. Welcome again, all the dear guests and dear members. So table topic is where we turn our thought into speeches and hesitation into confidence. So today's theme, encourage us to think beyond success and discover balance, mindfulness, and happiness. So we will try some topics. In table topic, you will have a topic. At least try to cover for 1 minute. 1 to 2 minutes, and timer will help us gauge the time. I see Gopal has his hand raised. Gopal, you want to try first? So I know you, so I will give you advanced topic. Are you ready? You're still on mute.
Yes, please continue.
Okay. So topic for you is success making people happier or more anxious?
Thank you, Toastmaster Hirendra. Definition of success may vary for each individual. Is it making us happier or anxious? If the definition of success is something which is materialistic, it is making us happier. At the same time, it will make us anxious. Because what if those material which I'm having will be lost? That will make us anxious. But if the success definition is totally different, that is about the peace, then it will be different. Then it will be just success. Recently, I'm reading a book, which is, I don't think it is visible. It is Passion to Peace. Here, the passion means is that about the material. I'm very much passionate about receiving something, getting success in my career, getting success in the materialistic world, then it is a passion. But if it is peace, that is internal, as in today's theme, that about the monk who sold Ferrari, it was actually related to that. So at the end, I would say that the definition of success matters more. If the success definition is different, then obviously happiness and the action and being actions will be there along with that. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Hirendra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gopal, for beautifully explaining the success, what it means, what it truly means. I remember one of the session I attended in the initial corporate, that they asked us to write what you want to achieve in your career and also define it, how much success you want and how much is too much. That is also you have to define, because if you just go for abundance, you will always be shorter, or there will always be shortfall or something, or some achievement. You may achieve 10,000 things, but you still cry for another 10,000. So that still give you a vacant place if you are running blindly and you don't have a definition of how much is too much. Very well explained. Who would like to go next? Geeta ji, I see you are trying to raise your hand. Okay. So Geeta ji, for your topic, describe your perfect peaceful day.
But who will look for the time? Shall I?
I will note it. If no one is available. Yeah, I will note it. Go for it.
Who describe? What are you saying? Who describe?
Describe your perfect, peaceful day.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, the topic is describe your perfect peaceful day. Yeah, my perfect peaceful day is to first get up on time at 4:30 and do my meditation and wait for my yoga instructor to come. If I don't get up by 4:30, irritation starts. Then I'll call up my yoga teacher. Sir, please, you also don't come. I am sleeping. One thing gets messed up, at least other thing I should do to have peace. No, I'll screw it that thing also. So for me, the perfect day is very difficult to explain you because there is no perfect day for me. And for me, the perfect day is like if I help somebody in the office with some guidance or with some upliftment, like I'm the dawn of the office for the contractual staff. I fight for them, fight for everything, like they should be given this. If one facility would be given to them, that would be the most successful day for me. For that, I have to strive so hard, because it's not that easy for the lowest, for me to get something for the lower staff. For me, success is doing something for the lower staff and to be fair with them. For me, success is that only. I'm not able to connect my story properly. My apologies for that.
No problem, Toastmaster Geeta. You are able to convey the message, and behind your schedule, we get that you get your perfect day when you help other, whether it's in office or in other place. We get the gist that you like to help. You are a kind-hearted person, and we get that. We respect that. We'll move to the next speaker. Who would like to try next? I see Jaideep has his hand raised. So Jaideep, I have two categories. One is the easy and other one is the advanced. Which one would you like to try? Easy or advanced?
To Mr. Harinder, either is okay, and I would prefer maybe advanced if you give me opportunity.
Okay. Okay. So the topic for you is, can ambition and inner peace coexist?
Thank you. It seems two high topics, and whether ambition or wish both can exist. So this is the topic, right? Ambition and wish. Yeah. Okay. So basically, as we know that we are human beings and we have always wishes and ambition. We cannot live our life if we don't have any wish. Whether it's like we want to get early in the morning, or we have any long-term wish that we want to acquire a vehicle, car, or we want to buy a property, something else. So we have always wishes and ambition, and it seems to me there is a minor difference, because wishes can be happened without any logic or without any preparation. That what is your wish? Like any child, you can ask what is your wish. The child will tell no, he doesn't want to go to school today. The wish is more or emotionally and unknowingly designed pattern. But on the other hand, ambitious is like whenever we want to achieve some big goal, which has been deliberately you have designed for yourself, and strategically you want to achieve those goals. So those goals, I would say, come under the ambitions, and that definitely every person has both the side. They want quickly based upon their emotions what they want. Like if we are hungry and sometimes maybe we want to achieve something special like masala dosa, something else that we can say as a wish I can consider. On the other hand, ambitious, like he has built already one goal that in 5 years he want to he want to get promotion, or he want to get the job which he is looking for, or he want to build on a startup. Those are, I would say, come under category ambition, and every person has the both ability that they maintain both. Even I would say the person, every human being is so much greedy, I would say, because every time we want something about other thing. We want to get success in each area of the life, whether it's of relationship, wealth, health, mental fitness, physical fitness, appreciation. We always looking for the validation, and we always want more and more. So we are human beings of always want more even, and we are capable also to achieve more. And giver are very less. People who want to give to the people, or who want to give to the society, or who want to give to the country. So those maybe which is very tough and difficult tasks where people are less, and business wise we I believe we are full of the business. That's my take. Over to Toastmaster Harinder.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaydeep, for beautifully explaining the wish and the difference between wish and ambition. And when you were describing, I went back to my school days where I also did not wish to go to school. We are still the same, but the destination has changed. We don't now. We wish to not go to offices, but we still have the same wishes. Okay, moving on. I see Toastmaster Kanika has her hand raised. Kanika, is there anyone in the room wants to go, or you want to go next? I can't hear you. You are on mute.
I couldn't get your question. Is there anyone in the room?
Yeah, you had your hand raised. So I was asking, you want to try next, or is there anyone with in the presence?
No, me. I won't try.
Okay. I will take you, and then we'll go for the guest. So are you ready for your topic, Toastmaster Kanika?
Yes.
Okay. I know you are an very eloquent speaker, so I'll take the liberty of choosing the advanced topic for you. And the topic is burnout a personal problem or a societal problem? Should I repeat?
Burnout is both. It's a personal problem and it is a societal problem. Burnout is when we are working too hard and trying too many things at a time. We reach a stage where we are stuck. We cannot do anything more because we feel this lack of energy. We feel completely drained. And this happened to me when I was writing one of my books. It's called You're the Hero of Your Life. I had participated in an international challenge, which was to write 50,000 words in a month. In November, in the month of November, they have this challenge every year. They've stopped it now. So we had to write. It was just that it was not a comparison. It was just whether we can do it or not. And I did it diligently. I completed my 50,000 words. But after that, that was the extreme burnout condition that I felt, because I was writing and writing the entire day. And even though I completed, I felt good about it. But I was completely drained. And for a few days, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't feel like doing anything. So that was a personal burnout for me. Today, when I look at society, I feel the way we are heading, the way, there are wars, the way there is hatred that we see on social media, especially Twitter. I feel society has reached a point of burnout because there's nothing positive. There's nothing that people are doing for, development of society, for good, with good intentions to reach some positive goals. Everybody is trying to, cut short the other person and there is negativity and hatred. And there I would feel that there is a kind of burnout in the society, because we have kind of lost out on our positives, on our positive thoughts, on our empathy, on our generosity. It's just negative that has become overwhelming. But at the same time, I would like to point out that Toastmasters is a forum where there is no burnout. We are all participating, we are all growing together, and this is what sets us apart. And I would say that there should be more such forums where we all get together. And I would say it's a very positive environment. Here, there's no negativity. So yes, on a personal level, people are reaching the verge of it, the burnout. Societal level, yes, but there are forums like the Toastmasters where we are yet to reach the burnout, and I hope we never do.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanika, doing justice to the topic. And I feel behind the scene, if you're enjoying the process, whatever the task is, if you're enjoying the process, even if you're doing more, you don't feel burnout. And if you don't enjoy the process and you're still doing what you used to do, or the time, if we calculate the time, you're doing less, but inside your brain, you're not enjoying the process. You feel burnout. But if you're enjoying the process, you're liking what you do, and you enjoy that, you don't feel burnout. That's my personal take. We'll move on now. Guest Nancy Gupta, would you like to try next? It's okay. You are on mute, Nancy. I can't hear you.
No.
Yeah, now we can hear you. Okay, so you ready? Shall I give you a topic?
No, these are not comfortable.
Toastmaster Kanika, you saying something? You have your hand raised. Nancy, I can't hear. Sorry. It might be my connection. Can you repeat?
Yeah, today's are not comfortable. It's my first day.
It's okay. It's everyone's. It happens with me. I literally stopped my speech in between more than 2 times, and I'm still trying to be table topic master. See, I'm the example. So just try for 1 minute and see if you can stretch it to 1 minute and 30 seconds, and you'll be fine. Okay. Okay. So topic for you is, what does mastering your mind really mean? Sorry. If you allow me, I'll give you another topic. Share a small moment that made you truly happy. It's okay. Go for it. Talk about anything you like.
Nothing in my mind.
Okay,
Maybe a
we'll come.
moment with your family, your son, child, spouse, or whatever.
I'm with the happy, my family, my husband, and my job. And
What do you like most with your family, wife, husband, kid? What do you like most? What time of the day?
But
Any
I love
activity?
working. Yeah, working and
It's okay. We'll come back to you, Nancy. You can still bring your thoughts together. For now, Namita Bhalla, would you like to go for next? Yes,
Hi.
Namita
Yes, I
Bhalla.
can. Can
Sure.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah, I can see you now. Yeah,
Okay.
Namita.
Yeah.
So the topic for you is tell us about a person or personality who inspire you in any
Sorry,
way. Tell us about a
about a person
person who inspires you.
who inspires me. Okay. One person who genuinely inspires me is probably um, who's not famous or anybody who's like is my mom, is at my home. For me, inspiration doesn't always come from celebrity. Sometimes it comes from ordinary people with extraordinary strength. And what inspires me most about my mom is her consistency, her calmness during difficult times, and the way she treats people, even during stressful situations. She rarely panics or blames others. Her ability to stay grounded has really stayed with me as her daughter, and being around with her makes me reflect on myself and my own mindset too at times. So yeah, I think truly inspiring people are not always the loudest or the most successful ones. Sometimes they are simply the people who quietly make others better. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Namita, guest Namita, soon to be Toastmaster. And it's truly inspiring to see that you have mentioned your family member, those who do all the hard work behind the scenes, especially our parents, and they rarely get this type of recognition, which very brave of you to bring her. Thank you. Can we take one more timer? Can we take one more?
I think we should wrap up.
Okay, in that case, thank you so much. I will hand it over back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Neetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hirinder, for a wonderful session. A big applause for Toastmaster Hirinder. So there is a quote from the movie Coach Carter. Not sure how many of you have seen it. So I'll just read out the quote. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frighten us. We ask ourselves, whom am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who you are not to be. You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates us and others. So that's a quote by Marianne Williamson, A Return to Love. So to conclude the book summary, so one of the biggest misread of the book, thinking Robin Sharma is telling you to give up your ambition, simplify your life, and become a monk. Actually, he's saying exact opposite. So Julian did not sell the Ferrari because ambition was wrong. He sold it because he had confused ambition with addiction. He was not building a great life. He was running from an empty one. That is the distinction that entire book is built on. So what Robin Sharma believes about ambition is the 5 AM Club, the leader who had no title, the greatness guide. His message, entire all his books are not using your full potential is not humility, it is a waste. I repeat again. Not using your full potential is not humility, it is a waste. So with this, I'll conclude today's book summary, and I hope I did justice to the book. And with this, I'll hand over the stage to our evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neetal. A huge round of applause. There were so many learnings and takeaways, and you beautifully concluded your session. It was very engaging as well. So now it's time for us to get to the third and perhaps the most important part of the meeting, which is evaluations. First, I would like to call on stage our evaluator for the prepared speech. We had one prepared speech today by Toastmaster Mehek, and the speech was to be evaluated by Toastmaster Soumya. So Toastmaster Soumya, can I request you to come on the stage and share the evaluation for Toastmaster Mehek's speech?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Mohit, for bringing on the stage. Toastmaster Mehek, that was another banger from you. What a great speech. Um, I will go into specifics, especially your hook. You had a very strong hook of your story. It was supposed to be humorous speech, and your opening was, phenomenal. The visual imagery you created with "If living under the rock was a face, it would be me." It's just etched in my mind. So kudos for that. I also appreciated the fact that the humor that you had in your speech was sprinkled and subtle. It was not too much. And there could be, and it's a hard balance to do because, when the topic is humorous speech, somebody could put in a lot of it. But in your speech, it was the right amount. In terms of gestures and vocal variety, from what I could see, I know there were some cuts. I thought they were on point, especially your gestures towards the end of like smile, be polite, and choose yourself. So that was a great ending along with outlining it with the gestures. So, thank you. I lose you. One special point that of course, with respect to the content of the speech itself, it was great. It was relatable. That's your goal was to connect with the audience. So the best way to do it is to make it relatable. The relatability of judgment. Everybody has faced questions that or nosy behavior that they don't enjoy, and I think in that aspect it was great. Special mention on the awareness that you showed on your own intro. So I'm not sure how many people noticed, but Mehek did a call back where she said, "Do you remember high maintenance?" That was, I'm not sure if it was part of her speech, but it was a call back to her intro before the speech started. So that was great awareness. Now, coming to things that could be better, you are a great speaker, so I am going to give you some challenges. So the first is that a way you could have elevated the speech. So the goal was connection, right? Connection with audience. But if starting the speech with, so one way you could do that is by including inclusive language. So if you start the speech and include words like, okay, we were in the Gen Z crowd or there, it can create barriers between by with the relatability aspect of it. The audience could feel or disconnect. However, as your speech progressed, and you mentioned somebody asking about kombucha, and that was the Gen Alpha, and that whole story arc, that ended up bringing back the relatability factor. However, again, like the start of the speech is quite crucial. I think for an even more impactful thing, you can see what are the words that could bring the whole audience into it. You want them to see in your speech and, see themselves from what you're saying. And one recommendation for making it good to great is that the at the end, I really like when you had the line that if you listen to what stupid people say, you'll miss out what intelligent people say. Now, this contrast, you could make it even more stark if you have one example in your speech towards the end where someone said something intelligent that you integrated in the life. I understand there was one sentence about listening from one ear and the other, but perhaps actually like something meteor, like where there is a feedback that you integrated. So that really shows that contrast that okay, this is how bad feedback looks like, that someone trying to make you feel bad about not knowing certain things or not having boyfriend or this or that, and versus someone genuinely giving great feedback. So I think incorporating that would have made your speech great. But overall, again, I loved it. It was, even with the technical issues, it was so engaging. I wanted to hear what happened with the story, right from the beginning till the end, okay, what happened on the trip and so on. And yeah, I was hooked from start to end. So kudos again, and thank you. And over to you, Ms. Vasudev.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soumya. It was a very in-depth feedback, and it shows how observant you were throughout the speech of the speaker. So thank you once again for your feedback. Now moving to our tag team role players, I would like to call on stage our timer for the day, Toastmaster Geeta. If you could share the timer's report with us. You were speaking on mute, Toastmaster Geeta.
Sorry. For the first time I'm doing this role, so I have done some mistakes. My apologies for that, because sometimes I started late and I ended late, so I could not do it like very precise, second to second. But still, what I can make out is to whom which should I start with?
Or you could start with the prepared speech for Toastmaster Mehak, how much time she took, then the evaluators and table topic speakers.
Yeah, Mehak, I don't know, because of the video or because of some disturbance, time got exceeded. I'm not, because of the video and because of the speech also, because I've written time exceeded for Mehak. Then Gopal. For table topics, I think for Gopal, it's 2 minutes. And for myself, I don't know how much I have taken the time. Can you please tell my time also?
Yeah, Geeta ji, you took 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
Okay, thank you so much. And one name I have written, I don't know. Kanika, for Kanika, it's 3 minutes 80 seconds. And D, I don't know if I have written some D, what name I have written, I don't know.
It could be Jaideep.
Jaideep. Yeah, I've lost somewhere also in between. I'm sorry for that also. And for the evaluation, she took 2.5. And Namita ji, time is 1 minute 16 seconds. And Kanika ji is 3 minutes 80 seconds. Jaideep ji, 2 minutes 25 seconds. This what I have written. I'm sorry. In future, I'll be doing it more correctly, sir.
No, Toastmaster Geeta, that's perfectly fine. This is your first time, you're debuting in the role, and you've done it quite well. My only
No, I have not done it
you,
well, please.
Yes.
But in future, मैं अच्छे से करूंगी. मैंने गलती करी है.
No problem. It's fine as long as we understand that there's one disqualification according to you, which is maybe Toastmaster Mehak, and that probably was also because of the video issues. I think that's fine. And yeah, we'll only get better from here. So thank you, Toastmaster Geeta.
Namita ji, she has spoken only 1 minute.
Okay. Sure.
I think this is a disqualification.
As long as it touches 1 minute, it's fine. Anything less than 1 minute would be a reason for disqualifying.
Okay.
For table topics, yeah. Okay.
And for the next time, I'll have that boards also, because this box and T-shirt. What is this? For the next time, I'll be more prepared.
As long as it serves the purpose, it's fine. But yeah, it's all good.
One news I want to share. My son got a job in Spain.
Awesome. Wow. Congratulations.
And now he is in PwC working as a consultant, but he's going to Spain going to join on 22nd of June in Madrid.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Toastmaster Geeta. I mean, by now you're also comfortable using the system yourself, I think. Now you've practiced enough. Hey, take care, Toastmaster Geeta. You can still be in touch with him, right? Over the phone and stuff. Hey, relax, Toastmaster Geeta. Okay. It's your upbringing and your values which have made him come so far. Get some water, Toastmaster Geeta.
My soul is going.
Right, these days the world is very small. You can always travel, and he'll also come back and he'll be visiting you, no? So, okay. Toastmaster Geeta, just take some water. Yeah, that can be very emotional sometimes, especially for mothers, so we can understand. Let's move to our R counter and see what report we have from Toastmaster Jaideep.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. So today, all the speakers has spoken very well, and it was very difficult for me to find any filler words. Yeah, but I tried my best. So Toastmaster Neetal, as a role of the TMOD, I found the 3 1 times air, 1 times and, 4 times so, and there is no repetitive words or no long or short pauses. Hirinder, as a table topic master, I found 1 time and no other repetitive words. Toastmaster Mahek, as a speaker, it was flawless speech. I couldn't find any word or any repetitive words. Then Toastmaster Mohit, also I couldn't find any flaw in his speech. Toastmaster Soumya, as a speech evaluator, I found 2 times and 1 time, so 2 times. 1 time. Then Gopal, as a tabletop speaker, I couldn't find anything. Toastmaster Geeta, as a tabletop speaker, I found 1 time and she used like word also. Toastmaster Kanika, I found only 1 time but. Yeah, so that's just my overall report, and I found everyone had spoken flawless. It was wonderful speeches for everyone. So I would like to hand over back to Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaideep. It's also a very detailed report. Thank you for that. Let's hear from our grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Colonel Prem.
It's okay, am I audible?
Yes, Colonel Prem.
Right. I think this meeting was what I would say a quintessential celebration by our Toastmaster of the day, Neetal, who I think put her body and soul into the whole deliberations. Right. And then we also had, I think, Soumya, who used this word of the day, quintessential. We're quite happy about it. And as far as the usage of language, and generally, most of the speakers made good usage of the words. Mahek, there was a word of escalating, and of course, there are many other words. There's a breakthrough in between. And especially Neetal, who had so many quotes, a few of these I've written. One was that mind is a good servant but a bad master. You become what you look. Every event has a purpose. Every setback, its lesson. Then, of course, we spoke about the 7 virtues of enlightened living by Robin Sharma. Undersell ourselves is a good idiom. Then, Harinder used this word of feeling of inferiority complex as excuse to hide ourselves, mindfulness, how much is too much, and enjoying the purpose. And then we have the Gita, where she was talking about striving too hard. Then Kanika used this word generosity. Then we had Soumya, of course, during her feedback to Soumya, the Mahek speech, mentioned that a callback on her intro, a good use of this idiom callback, phenomenal, another bagger, okay. And then possibly things could improve. The Jaideep used this word, I think, 1 time or 2 times, the usage of this counter, the report. Possibly he could use once or twice. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Prem. It was a very detailed report as well. Thank you for sharing. And now it's my turn to share the overall summary of today's meeting as the general evaluator. We started at 10:39, which is 9 minutes after the scheduled start time. So something for us to improve on. I have noted some of the things which stood out from the role players, and one thing that they can consider improving further. So Toastmaster Gayatri, as the sergeant of the day, connected her opening with the theme. That was great. Clearly stood out. What she could do differently was she could bring in an engaging activity as the sergeant at arms. Presiding officer, it was me. I think I did reasonably well, although I could have brought in a motivational story as the presiding officer. Team Award of the day, Toastmaster Neetal, she brought in amazing engagement, not only during, but even before the meeting actually started. On the WhatsApp group, there was so much activity, so much excitement. So something for all of us to learn. She also brought in amazing honesty and humor. Like the moment somebody says that most books sound boring after a while, you know that this person is going to speak truth, brutal truth. So we were with the Toastmaster of the day throughout. Very engaging session, a lot of questions for the audience to engage in, lots of quotes that she brought in. The only suggestion I have for her is that towards the end, I think it became too much information for me, at least to digest. So my suggestion would be towards the end, just bring in a call to action, summarize what has been done in the beginning and the middle so that the audience have clear takeaways. Then moving on to the timer, Toastmaster Geeta, she did a fantastic job as the debutant timer of the day. She brought in innovation through using whatever is available. That's how it is, right? We won't always have all the best material or tools or resources with us, but we can make the best of what we've got. So that's an example we saw there. Quintessential to the way we should done the role. Now, what she could do, I think differently was that I think she was too apologetic. One thing for all of us to learn is let's not apologize. We are doing the best we can given the situation, and let's not start or even bring in apology anywhere during our speeches. So that only further demotivates us and tells the audience that I'm listening to somebody who's not confident. So let's avoid that. Now coming to our counter, Jaideep, he did his role amazingly well. He checked all the boxes. Only suggestion for you, Jaideep, is to bring in more interesting way of communicating. That's a challenge for you. So you can consider that. Grammarian, Colonel Prem, he brought in, I think he did all the right things. Probably the only thing that Colonel Prem missed was telling the audience to show some sort of excitement or enthusiasm by showing a thumbs up, but it was covered later in the session. Now, coming to the evaluator, Toastmaster Soumya, very detailed evaluation. She was listening to every word of what the speaker had to say. She was observing the voice, the body language, and she did a fantastic report. Only one suggestion for Toastmaster Soumya is that the very obvious sometimes gets missed. The very obvious here was that the internet connection was not good. So even call that out so that there's something that can be done next time around to ensure that the message is heard. If everything else is good and the audience doesn't hear or see, then we are losing out on a fantastic speech. So that's one suggestion for Toastmaster Soumya. Toastmaster Hirinder as the table topics master. So calm, composed, very present. And the best part about you, Toastmaster Hirinder, is the smooth transitions. Whenever somebody speaks, you connect with the person, and then before passing on to the next person, you've already done a very smooth handover from one person to the other. So something for all of us to learn. I don't have any recommendations for you. You did fantastic. For the table topic speakers, think I'll not go one by one. I think everybody did very well. What stood out for me was Gopal's calmness, Geetaji's wordplay, Jaideep's boldness in choosing an advanced topic, and Toastmaster Kanika's unique answer, where she said it's both personal and societal when it comes to burnout. A very unique answer. Normal person would just go with one. Nancy, I salute you for the courage to come forward on the stage. It's not easy, and you have already achieved a milestone. Trust me. Toastmaster Namita, your clarity of thought, very amazing. One suggestion would be, I think more practice would bring in more calmness because we could see repeated words. So more practice, more coming on the stage would improve that. And that's, I think, everything I have for my report. Overall, a great meeting, fantastic takeaways, and looking forward to the next one. And with that, I would hand over the stage to our presiding officer, which is Toastmaster Hirinder now. Toastmaster Hirinder, over to you.
Toastmaster Mohit, you conclude it as a PO. You started it.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's hear from some of our guests. Let's hear from Nancy. How was your experience in the meeting? You can feel free to speak in Hindi or English, whatever you're comfortable in. We are really keen to know your feedback.
Yeah, I'm now comfortable a little bit, but प्रॉब्लम आती है लाइक आप कुछ इंग्लिश में जैसे आपने बोला तो उस चीज को मैं एकदम माइंड में नहीं आता कि नहीं मुझे अब क्या रिप्लाई देना है इस चीज का सडनली बहुत सारे थॉट्स आते हैं एनी मोर थॉट्स इन माय माइंड है क्या बोलना है अब मैं क्या बोलूंगा नहीं कुछ गलत नहीं हो जाएगा तो लाइक दैट इज प्रॉब्लम मतलब यही बोलना है क्या
Yes, Toastmaster, sorry, soon to be Toastmaster, Nancy. Yes, that is a problem that all of us face, and that's why we are here. That's why we are here to learn the techniques and then improve as a speaker. This is a very common problem. We get so many thoughts and which one to choose, whether we are missing out on something else. Toastmaster Kanika has something to share here. So yes, Toastmaster Kanika, go ahead.
Yeah, so what I wanted to say was, Nancy, since you are in Gurgaon, you come to our center, I mean, and be with us. You know, being physically with people gives you more confidence than when you're at home alone and trying to speak. When you are here with all of us, you'll definitely get more confidence. So that's my suggestion to you. Try to come here next time.
Okay, great. Nancy, any feedback about the meeting? How you felt about the overall experience?
Yeah, amazing experience and
Okay, great. Yeah, if you would like to take this forward formally, please let me know. We'll be very happy to onboard you. Anybody else has any feedback to share? Toastmaster Hirendra, I haven't announced the VP education. I wasn't 100% sure. I wanted to check with you. We could
Set a earrings
do it now or later.
I think it's the right time. We can go for it now.
Okay. Would you like to do the honors?
Oh, hello. Can you hear
It's
me?
okay.
We
Yes,
have,
Toastmaster Soumya, you have
yes,
something
I
to share?
have something that, okay, so for the next few minutes, I cannot hear you because that's how we have like the technical setup doesn't allow us to. Yeah, so the only feedback I have is that we should think we need to be more mindful and start thinking about this hybrid setup because today's meeting, especially, oftentimes multiple times rather, what was happening was that let's say when Toastmaster Neetal was giving the titles, we were trying to come from our seat and come to the laptop and just missing it out, and she moved on to the next one. Similar thing with the table topic speeches too. Some of you have seen this setup. We are in seats that have a table, so it takes some time to come to the laptop, and of course it would take much more time compared to when we are sitting at the remote. So I think that's something we need to start to be mindful about. Perhaps a suggestion can be that the team or could specifically call out that, okay, something, whatever, comments from the room or topics from the room, that sort of setup, similar to how we do for guests.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion, Toastmaster Soumya. We can have someone who acts as the sergeant at arms for the room, for example, and then all the other role players coordinate with them. So thanks for that call out. Yes, Toastmaster Hirinder, you like to share?
Sure, Toastmaster Mohit. So we have elected or the VP ad going forward for the Leaders Connect will be Soumya. So kudos, thank you, applause for our new VP ad, Soumya Batra. 30 seconds will be enough, Toastmaster Mohit, for Soumya Batra to introduce her as a VP ad and her impromptu.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, let's do that.
So let's hear from our new VP ad, Soumya. 30 seconds.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hirendra, firstly for nominating me and having that confidence that I could do this role. And thank you again, everyone. Very excited to be taking on this critical role. Will do my best. And of course, I could only do this because I know I have the support of the people who are here who've done this, or even the new members. So yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soumya, for accepting, and we all know that you will do wonder with the role. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Mohit again.
Thank you once again, and congratulations, Toastmaster Soumya. In a very short span, you have earned everybody's trust, and we know the club is in very safe and good hands. So congratulations again. And with that, we come to the end of the meeting, but let's just take one more minute to share our feedback and the vote for the best role players for today. I'll put the link on the chat, and all of you are requested to just take out a few seconds to fill this out now. Nancy, please please fill it out. This is a feedback mechanism to know how you like the meeting and also which role players you think did the best. Like, very encouraging for people to know that they did well. So that's where this helps. And while everybody is doing that, the roles for next meeting are open. Please come forward and take up the roles soon enough. We can plan the meeting in advance. And Toastmaster Gopal, anything specific to that you noticed from the meeting today that you would like to highlight? Love to hear from you.
Yes, it's really great to attend the meeting in your club. And somehow, I don't know whether it is a coincidence or what, that whenever I attend the meeting, it's Toastmaster Mehak who is delivering the speech. I don't know what coincidence is, but it's really great. And today's session, that specifically that table topic session, I like the most, like the way Toastmaster Hirendra leaded that session. That was awesome. One thing that I noticed could be improved is when, as a general evaluator, we calling up the tag team on the stage for the report specifically, we should call grammarian first, our counter, then the timer. So that timer can note the report for the grammarian and our counter as well. Overall, it was really a great experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gopal. That's a very valuable suggestion. I'll try and take that into consideration going forward. Okay. I think with that, we are ready to conclude today's session. Thank you, everyone. And we will meet next week. If you have any suggestions for the theme of the upcoming meetings, please do feel free to put it on the group chat, and we will love to bring those themes which are relevant to most people. Thank you, and wish you good luck. Let's catch up next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.